From London, this is Strictly It Takes Two. Please welcome your host, Zoe Ball.
It Takes Two. Like our couples, we are dressed to impress, have survived intensive training, and will stop at nothing in delivering you a top-scoring show. Don't believe me? Well, check out these beauties adorning our green room tonight, fresh from storming the dance floor on Saturday. The sensational Louise and Kevin. Hey, what good? The seductive Melvin and Jeanette. Hello. And frankly, the downright saucy Will and Karen. Plus, a woman who never puts a foot wrong, and I hope not, because she is a former world dance champion, didn't you now? It's the one and only Karen Hardy! But first, they went loco in Acapulco on Saturday night, divided the judges with their cha-cha-cha. I loved it. Maracas at the ready. It's Melvin and Jeanette.
Capture the festive mood of the dance, but I'm telling you, forgot the hips. The cha-cha's a cheeky, fun dance, and that's what you portrayed.
The performance was down to a T. Brilliant.
Thank you.
It's Melvin and Jeanette. Ready? You ready for it? You ready for it? I've got... Oh, I love that move. Are we doing it? I haven't quite got the hang of it yet, but I'll get it. Yeah.
Smell your elbow.
Okay. Smell your elbow.
All the way there.
I like to smell my elbow. Well done on Saturday night.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
You are so good. And all of that in pink trousers.
Yes, they were powerful.
They were pretty bright.
I felt like a human highlighter.
That's exactly what it was like. Oh, and after your performance, Pointless star Richard Osman, he's like a massive fan of Strictly, said, "Oh, Melvin is my favourite."
Oh, thanks, Rich. Thank you very much.
It's so lovely. Look, there
really
he
nice
is, the
of
big
him.
man himself. Were you surprised at the response? Did it feel
You know
good?
what? Everyone was so kind online, and I said to Jeanette beforehand, I just want it to be fun. I want to enjoy it, and we did that, I think.
We did. We had so much fun.
Yeah.
You did. I had loads of fun watching. I was like that.
Yeah.
Get my maracas out. Now, the judges were talking about hip action. And I know they gave you a bit of a hard time about it. Craig was talking about ironing boards being less stiff below, meanie. What did you think about the hip scenario?
Well, the thing is, you know, you always want to leave people wanting more.
Yeah.
We had maracas, we had a piñata, we had sombreros. There was a map at the beginning. I
pink
thought, why not?
trousers.
We'll save that.
Yeah,
We'll save
we're going to hold back. Once the hips come into play, then it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, so we'll just wait.
We can't give you too much.
We can't handle that. Too soon. This is a perfect response. Also, we really loved your gorgeous family, seeing them all together. Yeah. What was their response? What was their verdict?
You know what? They mean everything to me. They were so proud. They're just happy that I'm on the show, and I've got such a great teacher as well. I went back and my dad was like, "Well done. It was a very good show. I'm not too sure about the trousers, though." So they loved the performance, and I think they really enjoyed themselves as well.
Fantastic. Actually, speaking of family, half the Man Rah-Rahs are in tonight.
Yeah!
Papa Man Rah-Rah and Mama Man Rah-Rah in here, and your sister as well. Now, you get up for a breakfast show every day, 4 in the morning. I used to do that. It's hell, those hours, isn't it? You look so fresh-faced. How is it all fitting in?
I think it's the makeup. You know what? I only started drinking coffee since I did the show.
He had his first double espresso.
Yeah, and
Your
that was...
first coffee?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I've survived 8 years of doing a breakfast show without drinking coffee.
Wow.
Started training with Jeanette, and I was like, how am I going to stay up? Jeanette was like, why don't you try this thing called coffee? And it really helps out, I think.
Obviously, on the radio, you've got lots of musical connections.
Yes.
You had some top tips from a very, very important lady, Lady Gaga.
Yes.
She took you aside, said, this is what you need to do. Melvin, what did she share
She
with
said, turn your phone off, fair enough. Shut off your mind from everything going on, fair enough. But then she said, act like a ninja. I don't don't know what that means.
Hey. Yeah, Jeanette, any light
maybe
on that?
hinge kicks, maybe?
I don't want to come in and give you like a karate chop to your neck.
No, maybe she meant that I should be a ninja, so I can karate chop.
No, you're hard enough. You don't need that.
Okay, well, we'll work on that, though. We'll look it up. Now, Jeanette, I've also heard it's not just Melvin's dance moves that you're worried about.
Yeah?
It's more his wardrobe choices. Have a look at this.
Can I ask you for a favor?
Go ahead.
Next rehearsal, can you bring trousers instead of shorts?
Why?
It's just a really funny look.
It's fine. What's wrong with this look? This is going to be the style. Like, I feel like Anton will be rocking this suit.
Anton would never rock
This is going to be the
ballroom
look.
and shorts.
I think she has an issue with my legs. Because it's chicken legs, isn't it?
No, it's not the chicken legs.
As of tomorrow, you will never see my legs again. You'll be like, what do these legs look like?
So, we love your little legs.
I don't know what you wear with, like, patent shoes.
I know.
With a little heel on it. So I was like, shorts has got to be okay. I think tracksuit bottoms are just as bad.
But that day you wore a neon green shirt and shorts.
Yeah, you've had neon pink. We've had that one.
I see the pattern.
I like bright colours.
Give the guy a break. OK, we're going to talk about Will's wardrobe choices later on as well. This week, it's the tango for you.
Yeah, yes.
Tell me about it. It's a real character-led dance.
Zoe, it's
Enjoying
the
it.
opposite of what I've been learning for the last 3 weeks. It's really hard, but we're getting to grips with it. I've got a great teacher, as I say. But it's the opposite of the cha-cha-cha. It's like, instead of straight knees, it's bent knees. Instead of toes, it's heels. It's so confusing.
It is really good. I'm totally with you there. And also, the thing is, you're quite a cheeky chappy. Have you got a dark side? Melba, can you give us the tango face? Oh! Are we convinced? He's getting it. Oh, God. I'm a little bit scared. Good luck for Saturday. You'll be brilliant. Oh, yeah, and the turn.
I just gave it to you.
You did. My goodness me. We will not be able to handle the hips. It's Melvin and Jeanette. Now, last weekend, we saw our couples strut their stuff to the music of Bowie, waltz along to Whitney and get all sweaty with Lady Marmalady. But what songs will be rocking the Strictly dance floor this weekend? Only one way to find out. It's time for Tunes on Tuesday.
I'm in the mood for dancing, romancing. Ooh, I'm giving it all tonight.
There are plenty of amazing tunes in store for this weekend's show. Let's see what's up first. Still got it? Yes, it's Jump by Van Halen. This track has been voted the most popular sports song ever and features the word jump 23 times. Which of our couples will be hoping to jump to the top of the leaderboard this week? Who could it possibly be? Reveal yourselves. Yes, who else? Greg and Natalie, they will be taking on the tango. But will their performance be leaps and bounds ahead of the rest? We'll find out. Right, let's see what's on next. Here we go. Ready?
If you really love me.
Oh, a slinky little number, this one. It is perhaps by the Pussycat Dolls. Did you know the Doris Day version of this song was featured in the film Strictly Ballroom? Yes, it was. So who do we think it is? Have a little think. If you can't make your mind up, we'll never get started. Let's have a look. Leslie and Anton will be dancing the cha-cha-cha. Can they get top scores from the judges? Perhaps. Right, just time for one more. Here we go. One of the top disco songs of all time. It is Hot Stuff by Donna Summer. This track was, of course, featured in the film The Full Monty, featuring this dance routine. But which couple will be hoping to raise temperatures on Saturday night? Let's find out. I always wanted to do that behind Karen Clifton. Oh, and you're going? Yeah, I'm going this way. Bye. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Here we go. It's Ray and Joanne. They'll be performing a cha-cha-cha to this. Hot stuff indeed. Fan me down. If you want to find out what the songs are the rest of our couples are dancing to, then head to the website. From hot stuff to even hotter stuff, they wowed the judges on Saturday night. It is the sizzling Louise and Kevin.
Style was absolutely perfect. Tell you what, That floated my boat totally.
I mean, that first start, outstanding.
Louise and Kevin! Oh, congratulations. It was so amazing. Opening Saturday's show as well. How was that, Louise, for you to go out there first on Saturday night?
I was petrified. Do you know it? You've been there, that heart when you're thinking, I can't contain myself. I'm going to just want the ground to swallow me up whole. And I did actually say to Kevin, just as I was coming down the stairs, I've forgotten the whole thing. I can't remember the first step.
We were practicing it as the VT was playing.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't remember the routine, just panicked.
You just go blank. You just pray that doesn't happen on the floor.
Yeah.
Which it definitely did. You looked so at ease. I thought you looked really at ease doing that dance.
It's hard, the jive. I mean, it's just getting through it, the stamina. And I always laugh because my face on the very last bit where I'm running forward, it's just pure joy of I'm at the end.
I'm still alive. And I loved your outfit. So much love for you online. And this, Mark Wicks from Grimsby, is he a mate of yours, Kev?
I know Mark, actually.
You really do.
I know exactly who it is.
It's a small place, Grimsby. That's brilliant. He said Louise did very well to keep up with Kevin all the way through the fast routine. I mean, how difficult did you find it to master the jive?
Well, we had longer, which was most probably a bit of a bonus, but I just tried to listen. I did find it really hard. Some days were harder than others, actually, because my body started kind of aching. I was like feeling my age slightly. No, it was hard, but I enjoyed it. I think it was good to go and, you know, get on with it.
Yeah, Kev, when they first told you were going to do a jive week one, because, I mean, that's one that sort of people tend to build up to.
Yeah.
To go out and do that first week, what did you make of that?
Yeah, well, it's definitely not easy. And I just decided, right, I'm partnering with Louise Redknapp. I'm just going to make it really difficult and throw loads of choreography at her, unfortunately for Louise. And I just thought, I'll make it really hard and then simplify as we go on. But she was really clever in, like, applying stuff, and she wouldn't let it go. Anytime if she couldn't get something, she wanted to practice it over and over again. So we ended up doing, like, everything that I chucked at her.
So you've basically made a rod to your own back here by being able
This
to
week I'm terrified. This week I'm, like, dying of slow death in there.
We'll get to this week's dance in a minute. You did also get an 8 from Craig. I mean, he was pulling the 8s out. He was in such a lovely mood.
Unbelievable.
That must feel good. Week 1, so good.
Yeah, he was generous with his 8s. He was generous, but, yeah, it was great to be part of that and get one.
Absolutely incredible. I think the whole weekend was insane. Like, the standard of everyone in that first week was incredible.
I know. How are we going to follow that? It's scary. Now, extra congratulations to you, Kev, because that is actually your highest score in week 1 in the year. Well done to you.
Yeah,
Gets a little medal or a badge or maybe a balloon. Now, this week, Viennese Waltz. How's it going?
How's it going, Louise?
No, everybody has this. It is. You need a little bucket at the side of the studio, don't you?
This turning, like, forever. Yeah, it's... I mean, it's the turning and the hold.
I've choreographed the end bit to sort of put my hand around her face in case she throws up in my hand.
You're such a gentleman, Kevin Clifton, aren't you? Bless. How do you help people kind of deal with the sickness as they're spinning around?
Yeah, how do you?
Yeah, honestly, there isn't much that can help, to be honest. I'm sorry, Louise, but there's nothing. You're going to feel sick and you're going to feel dizzy.
It's just getting over it, isn't it?
Enjoy your Strictly journey.
Oh, great.
He's such a charmer. I thought it was quite funny when he was a bit dismissive about your pop star dancing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing, clearly.
Like nothing.
Well, yeah, I had to look at some old videos of Louise, you know, and all her pop videos, because I thought, if there's anything I can use, and I looked through them all excited and went,
No.
Charming. Really nothing.
It's all right, you will get your revenge,
Yes,
Louise.
I will.
Guarantee. Enjoy the spinning, always carry a bucket. Louise and Kevin! Our couples dance moves may look fabulous to our untrained eyes, but how do they fare under the strict gaze of a very strict professional? She's back and taking no prisoners. It's time for Karen's Choreography Corner. A double dab. Oh, yeah, the dab. I'm not very good at the dab. I'm not a natural at that. OK, so, Karen, we're looking at Saturday's dances now. We did Friday's yesterday. So much praise for everybody. We're going to start with Louise and Kevin. And the judges absolutely loved the 1940s jive routine. Bruno did say there was a minor flaw. Now, I didn't spot it. What can you tell us?
I'm not even going to look for it in week one. It was an incredible performance, an incredible piece of choreography. It was amazing. It was a tiny bit towards the end. Maybe she was getting a little bit tired, but when you're doing steps like this, turning kickball changes, and then she's going into the stop and go check action. You know, it gets, look, there's a tiny bit of wobble. Are we really going to say anything week one? This was fabulous to open the show as well. I loved it.
And also just the swing, to have all of that.
Cool,
you just
relaxed.
Yeah.
And her personality is so sweet and genteel.
The nice thing I really loved about watching Louise, you feel really confident watching her dance, which is great. You can relax and enjoy her. OK, Will and Karen's tango. It was incredible. I thought he really owned that dance floor. Len was talking a little bit about his hold being too wide. What does that mean?
OK, one of the strict technique things that we have to master in tango, which separates it from the other ballroom dances, the hands of the man come slightly further past the lady's spine.
Yeah.
The lady goes slightly more to the right of the man, so it's a bit more cuddly, a bit more compact. This then allows the lady to take her arm further round and down underneath the man's arm. So it's a much more compact action. That said, I picked up a beautiful bit of action here where they were dancing up the floor, but we're going to do a little freeze frame. I know he's going to not like me doing this, but we have to, you see. So where she's got her hand in the lovely position, we would need her slightly more across and his arm slightly further around, just to give that compactness. Once it's around, it gets you even further down into those knees, because you can see he's just towards the end of the dance, coming slightly out of the knees.
OK.
However...
But it's week one and he was amazing.
Fabulous.
Yes.
Fabulous.
Okay.
I love him.
OK, fantastic. Moving on to Melvin and Jeanette. Now, Bruno was saying he forgot to use his hips a bit. We all absolutely adore him. Why are hips so important in the movement of a cha-cha-cha?
It's the undulation, it's the call of the music. You've got to imagine we're in Cuba, we're in a nightclub. And I often say to gentlemen when they're asked to do a hip action, you know, it doesn't feel right in the beginning. So I would just say to Melvin, give it a bit of swagger.
Okay.
A bit of swagger, let it go. But I think, like you said, once this guy gets this, he is going to be unstoppable. I love his energy, I love his personality. Winning is not only about technically being correct. He's got a lot of personality, and we love that.
Go on, Melvin. OK, Ed and Katja in the bottom two, but I loved his performance, I have to say. Len did agree with Craig that he lacked a little bit of rise and fall in the waltz, which you're looking for, but pleasantly surprised. Everybody was like, wow, he's good. What did you think?
I just had this vision of him shouting in Parliament and creating a storm, and then suddenly he came onto the ballroom dance floor with such gentleman, this just suave and grace. Now, we've picked up the 1, 2, 3, the rise and fall here. Sadly, not enough, but we have to look at this. I think this is beautiful. Allowing the lady to go into her line. But we are very, very quickly, we're up, we're dancing.
Oh, come on.
Day two.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Very, very silly.
Yes.
We always talk about rise and fall in the waltz. So I thought we should take a few seconds only to talk about it. We'll take a very simple forward side together, back side together. Now, the rise and fall is so difficult because this is what they've got to think about. You commence to rise on 1. You continue to rise on 2 and 3. And at the end of 3, you've got to go all the way down again.
OK.
And we have to do that all over again. You commence to rise on 1, and then 2, and then 3, and at the end of 3, you've got to be back down.
So you're kind of like those horses on the merry-go-round.
Well,
yeah?
I think,
no,
yes. Well, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think all that happened to Ed, he got to number 1 and stopped counting.
OK.
He got a slight rise, didn't he? And then he gave
up. That happens. But still, week 1, great stuff.
Beautiful.
OK, from the bottom of the leaderboard all the way to the very, very top, we have to talk about Daisy and Aliash's waltz. It made me cry, I have to confess. And Len gave 9 points. In just week 1. It was stunning, wasn't it?
In the nicest way, did anybody see this coming? I did not see this coming at all, and I love a surprise, don't I?
Yes,
But
you
this
do.
is what I love. It's the inside info. Watch Aliash's face. We've got to pivot with the arms down. So we elevate the arms, and then here goes the smile. is this not the cat that's got the cream here? He is basically saying, watch out, everybody, week one, look what's in my arms. I'm going to show off with pivots and I'm going to smile and say, see you in the final. I absolutely loved that. I thought it was fabulous.
So good. OK, moving on to Claudia and AJ and their cha-cha-cha, which was spectacular. Bruno did warn her, though, that including too many tricks sometimes can spoil the flow of a dance. I know your feeling about tricks. You always like to save them for show dancers, don't you? Something to build to. What did you think?
Yeah, I do. We've got what I call assets. So she's got abilities that others won't have. But I think what's important is when to use them. Now, week one, I'd want to see maybe an odd little trick, but it had absolutely no relationship to that piece in the song. There was a big crescendo just afterwards. But what upset me, they really didn't pick up. She actually got the straight legs and the hip action all the way through this dance. So they were going on about the tricks, but they missed the fact that she actually mastered the technical fundamentals. This is going to go on to help her later on.
Tamika and Gorka's Paso Doble. I have to say, I didn't know which one of them to watch. It was spectacular, wasn't it? She did so brilliantly. I adore her. Craig felt that she was a bit more on the Matador side than the cape. Now, I always get confused. Matador, cape, what does it mean?
Yes, the one thing a lady is not is the bull on the dance floor. Many a times we hear about that. We're never a bull. However, what I had here, I would have to say to Gorka, I don't think he expected Tamika to come out like this. This piece of choreography that we just had there, she's twisting, she's flicking the skirt, she's got the arm, she's got the attitude. Her choreography also was high impact, lots of direction changes. Week one, if we look back over the series, you know, they're all going in the same direction and flowing. Watch out, Gorka. I think he'll be slightly different next week.
I loved their outfits, both of them. Let's talk about Anastasia and Brendan's cha-cha-cha. The judges said a few little mistakes there. I mean, it's to be expected, isn't it, because of the nerves. Did it matter to you?
This is Anastasia. Oh, gosh, I would not argue with her voice alone. But that said, she has a lot of flexibility. I have to pick up on this. The ease at which she does that, the way she interacts with Brendan, and already great teamwork. We always talk about the teamwork amongst the two. There is the piece at the end here where it goes slightly wrong. But look, Brendan, straight in, picks her up. She will be used to selling. She'll perform it, she'll sell it, and she got back into it. It's a big change for her. This is strictly UK, and she has wow and pizzazz, and I think one more week.
Yeah, she's going to embrace it. You can feel it coming. And finally, another high scorers. Well done to Danny and Oti. Judges were so impressed with the cha-cha-cha. He was incredible out there. Len was talking about the stuff was a bit too stagey for him.
I literally saw the dance and went, there was so much choreography in there. You could actually cut little bits out and spread it across 12 weeks. It was amazing what he did. But I think because there was so much choreography, you sort of remembered the highlight, you know, the classic Michael Jackson shapes. There was so much in there. So I think later on, let's just let them calm. Oti's trying to work out what he can do. She's just found out this boy is very talented. Hubba, hubba, come to mama. Yes, they're fabulous one.
Oh, you are hilarious. You'll get us all into trouble. So good to have you back, Karen Hardy. Time now to chat to our final couple. They closed Saturday night show in spectacular fashion. Loved those half-mast trousers. It's Will and Karen.
For the drama, it was for the intent, for the purpose, sharp staccato, everything that we love.
The acting and the interpretation were absolutely brilliant. Not quite checkmate, but an excellent performance. Well done.
Lips and lovely to you're quite hot too. Great job on
I'd like
Saturday
to be hot
night. You
hot
can be hot socks. Yes, we're loving you. Look, more short trousers. I like them.
What's going on.
Eleanor from Wales tweeted this. I think they definitely saved the best until last. You must have been delighted with the response to your performance, Will.
I was really pleased. It was quite stressful waiting till the end, and actually said to you, didn't I, when I knew we were coming up, I said, finally, we're doing it. And the thing I was most pleased about is that I enjoyed it, and I wanted to make Karen proud.
And how proud did he make you,
I'm
Karen?
very, very proud. I mean, we were already fighting from the time that we were actually going down the stairs. He threw my hand, and I was like, "Okay, fine, we're on.
Okay,
it's on.
We're in character."
Very intense.
Oh goodness me! And I mean, how were the nerves? Because you had to wait the whole of Friday, obviously the whole build-up, the whole of Friday, and then the whole of Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean, how did you control yourself?
I don't know. A lot of hate towards others. I went up to Greg on Saturday and I said, "I hate you because you've done your dance." He went, "That's okay."
The tables will turn, though. Just you wait. And Karen, I mean, 30 points. That's your highest score for week 1. Well done, that girl.
Thank
Incredible.
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And you have danced with a delightful mixed bag. Got Jeremy, obviously, last year. We're missing him already. And Dave. I mean, have they got in touch? Have they wished you luck?
Yeah, actually, I spoke to Dave, and he loves Will. And Jeremy just said, you know, he's just supporting us all the way. So they're very, very supportive, and I love them.
I think the approval of the exes is very important in this relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be beaten up in a dark alleyway, you know. That's what Arsenal want to happen.
Judges, so much praise there. They loved all the characterisation. They loved Will's attack of the tango. Is he feisty in rehearsals, Karen?
Actually,
Lazy.
he likes a lot of breaks.
Oh, does he?
Breaks, which is fine with me. But you know, he's really focused. It was pretty intense. I mean, those 3 weeks were very, very intense. So I think we're gonna have more fun this week.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking forward to, having more fun.
Oh.
Okay. No, I know. Look at his face. Really.
It's more relief.
No,
we don't hate each other anymore.
No,
It's more love.
so nice. And I can't even play chess, so that was lovely.
I love that.
You know.
I don't even
That's
play
what
chess.
I want.
It's not just the dance moves that have got people talking. Jenny Walter tweeted that she is quite simply living for Will Young's rehearsal outfits. Let's have a little look at them, because I'm with you there, Jenny. It's the shorts and the braces.
Oh, my God.
It's just amazing. And the bust over the long sleeves.
Yeah. That's a great one. That's kind of Japanese schoolgirl.
Yes,
like.
blue shorts, braces, rolled up socks.
I mean, but you see, what my thing is as long as I'm in the competition, I'm going to do different styles every week. So this week, I'm dressing more towards what the dance is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I've laid out all my clothes.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
That's
it makes
so
it fun.
organised, all laid out. Will, you're clearly bonkers. I love it. Okay, well, we think we know why there's been so many costume changes. Take a look at this.
Sexy.
You feeling sexy?
No, I'm feeling faint.
Now, one more time.
Okay.
Oh, you're dripping.
I'm dripping in sweat. And I'm wiping my face on some shorts.
We got very sweaty today, yeah, and I hope we're not going to be as sweaty on the night, because one, I think that would need medical attention, and two, it means that I'll probably drop Karen. Yeah.
I'm dripping in sweat. Ooh, the fan. Oh, yes. He's so weird, that guy.
Oh, God,
is that you? Am I
That is definitely you. So this week, we move on to Jive. You're going to be so sweaty this week. And I'm looking forward to seeing the outfits. How's it all going?
It's going really well, actually. And what's so nice is I've really attacked it with gusto, because I'm not being angry anymore in a dance. It's like, this is the Jive. So it's tough, completely different, like rhythm, completely different way of standing. I'm not in hold as much.
Yeah.
So
you're out there.
You missed the hold as well. There was a point you were like, I miss holding you.
I did miss the hold. Yeah.
There is some security to be found in hold, I have to say. How are his kicks and flicks, Karen?
So, I mean, it's going pretty well. Oh, well.
She can't lie this way.
I know when you're lying. I already know when she's lying.
It's going good. It's going good. I mean, we have a couple more days left, okay?
Thank goodness, by the sounds of it. Good luck. We can't wait to see the outfits.
Oh,
gorgeous Will and
brilliant.
Karen. That's all we have time for tonight. But worry ye not, we'll be back again tomorrow at 6:30, getting all the gossip from Leslie and Anton, Tamika and Gorka, ankles, and Jotrinda and Oksana. Plus, limber up, ladies. The gorgeous Ian Waite will be back with a Wednesday warm-up. Woohoo! Good night.